Hello, my name is Chris McCurley. I'm with McCurley Music and Sound, and today I'm going to start a series of videos called Real Talk with Budget Sound. And what this is trying to teach what I know, and everybody that would like to maybe get in the sound business or maybe would like to run sound for their own band, and teach them how to do this on a budget. And it's really not that much money compared to what you can make. A lot of where people, bands, and people that like to get in the sound business mess up is they go out and they buy too much equipment. Because chances are, when you first start out in a sound company, or if you have a band that you're providing sound for, you're not going to be in some big arena with a concourse that goes all the way around it that holds tens of thousands of people. And if you are, you don't watch videos like this. This is not for you. This is for the working people that play music in a band on the weekends, or they're looking to get into the sound business. So I'm going to show you kind of like what the minimum is and how you can be smart in doing this, so you have enough equipment so the equipment will pay for itself up front. Okay, so I'm just doing this on my computer screen. You can't see me, and that's fine. You don't need to see my ugly mug anyway. But I'm going to show you some things here that I just have some pictures saved of what you can do to get started. And this is kind of small, and like I say, we're talking about being smart here, and doing this on a budget, with as little money spent as possible. So the first thing you need, and which is a very good investment, is a board. Let me pull this picture up. All right, this is the Behringer XR18. Okay, you can buy this thing for about $600. I've actually seen some ads to where they were $500. All right, well, you're like, well, that's a lot of money right off the bat. Yeah, but the effects and everything that this thing comes with is just phenomenal for the money. It really is. You see, it has 16 inputs. It has 6 outputs, auxiliary outputs, and 2, a main left and a main right. You can stick headphones in there, and you have a separate volume control for your headphones, and you can control your headphones independently, so you can actually do some EQing or whatever it is you want to do over headphones while you're mixing. All right, this thing comes with its own Wi-Fi router right here. And if you don't want to do that, you can come over here and you can flip this switch over to Ethernet. You can plug an Ethernet cable in that, go straight to your computer, and always have connection. All right, you can use this as and record with it, so you could use it as an audio interface. You just plug your USB 2 into that, and the other end into your recording software. And Behringer also makes what's called a P16 that you plug in right here, and you can control your monitor sends individually. And I'll be doing some later on videos on how to set all this stuff up and send external monitors different, and speakers and stuff like that. And also, if you're using it as a audio interface, you can MIDI some type of you can put some type of MIDI controller in right here on the end, and then out to wherever you'd like for it to go. So for the money, this is the biggest bang for the buck. It's made by Behringer, and once again, I don't work for Behringer, and this is not a review on their equipment. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm showing you how you can do these things and make it work. So like I say, you can get one of these for about $600. All right. The next thing you're going to need is you got to have some kind of mic. All right. These is a Shure 48 is a SM48, and a lot of people gonna say, well, it don't pick up any frequencies, or that like the SM58 don't, and or does, and that's true. But see, here's the thing: unless you have an opera singer, which most of us don't, it's not going to matter. This will pick up everything that you want it to do. You can buy one of these for about $50, and it does real good. Matter of fact, on some of my smaller shows, it's what I use. And they work real good. They're very durable. You can actually drive nails with them if you wanted to, and then pick it up and start singing through it. It's that durable. Sure's good stuff. But once again, I don't work for Shure either. I'm not trying to sell you this product. I'm just showing you how simple it is. All right. You got to have some type of stand that holds up the microphone. All right. This is a microphone stand right here. It is a boom mic. You would want to get a boom type stand, so if somebody's playing guitar, they can sing without the stand, this part right here of the stand rubbing up against the guitar and kind of getting in their way. You can buy these also for about $50 a piece, and just say you bought two mics, then you're going to want two stands, to hold them up, and that's just pretty simple right there. All right, now you've got to have XLRs. Some people call these mic cables. I know I do. The technical name of them is called an XLR cable. They're low impedance cables. They do real good. You use these to hook up any microphone or any direct box. Some people call it a DI. You use these to hook them up, and if you have any powered speakers, you also use these to hook them up. Let me get this pop off on there. Everybody's trying to sell me something. Okay, so we have that, and you will need, those are about $20 a piece, and like I say, you'll need one for everything. And at the end of this video, I'll give you a snenario. All right, now here's something a lot of people don't think of. You're going to need some type of extension cord just for power, and depending on how much stuff you buy is how many things you need. You can buy a good extension cord for about $50, And like I said, I'll give you a scenario of everything that you do here at the end of this video. All right, this is a plug strip. You're going to need plug strips. You can get plug strips at the dollar store for less than $10 each, and that's well worth it. All right. Now, the next thing you're going to need is some type of stand to hold up your speakers. If you was to set your main speakers right on the floor, they wouldn't sound right. It wouldn't be very pleasing to your crowd, to your audience. So what you'd want to do is you want to set them up on some type of speaker stands like these. And I'm not saying go out and buy this type brand or anything like that, but get some type of something to set your speakers up on, to where the woofer, the actual speaker part, and not the tweeter, but where the woofer is about where your audience head is, or right above. And you can get these stands here for about $150, and they will last. I've got sets that's 4 or 5 years old. And then the last thing you're going to need is, and I know these are Behringer, I'm just picking random things. These are the Behringer Eurolive speakers, the B112s. They are 1,000 watts each. That's going to be enough for you to do about 300 people, maybe, in the right circumstance. You could set these up and do, a full range of frequency sound to, 200 to 300 people, And it's not going to be like a rock concert, but it's going to be good enough to where you would start off doing some things like this, and later on you can add subs and different things to get you doing. But now this is just two. You would always want to run, in any show, you'd want to run a left and a right main speaker, so it fills the room a little bit better. And then so you would want to buy one of these, an extra one, not just two. You'd want to have at least three, so you'd have some type of monitor so your speaker, your artist or whatever can hear, themselves on stage. And you can get these speakers here for about $300 a piece. So if I was to add all this up, and you got the soundboard and just say $600, and you bought two mics, which is enough to run two people, and then you would need three XLRs to hook your speakers up. You would need two to hook up your mics, so that's 5 mics at $20 a piece. You're going to need 2 extension cords. You're going to need 2 mic stands. You're going to need 3 of these speakers. So you're looking at just a little over $2,000. The actual number is $2,030, and you can get started in the sound business. And with this equipment right here, you could run, like say, you can comfortably run 100 people, and then you could tweak things and work on things and get it up to 200 or 300 people, but you just need to understand that it's not going to be like a presence like if you went to a Kiss concert or something like that. But this is how you get started. And in this $2,000 initial investment into your business, or into your livelihood, if you would, you can set up sound for smaller events, and you got to be smart about this. Like if you're going to set up for a band, then set up in a room or a venue to where it's small enough, like to say where the drums don't have to be mic'd. So therefore, you don't have to buy mics to start your business, and run things to where there's only going to be two singers, and to where the bands can use their guitar amps and bass amps and stuff like that for sound. And you can be smart about this thing, and you can bring in around a couple of $100 per show. So in saying that, 10 shows, this stuff has paid for itself. Well, 10 shows, you can do that in a month, or two, and that can do. And then as it starts bringing in other stuff, you start adding other stuff like subs and more XLR cords and more extension cords and stuff like that. But if the initial brand, if you buy this right here, in which you will need an iPad or a computer to run, and I didn't factor that into the price because most of us already have a laptop or some type of tablet or iPad or something like that you can run this with. So that's not part of the sound and or part of the cost of the sound. So you start building this stuff up to where you can run 1,000 people, and you're buying line array speakers and you're doing all this other things. But this is our first and initial video, and I thank you for watching. This is Live Talk with Budget Sound. We're going to put out a series of videos here on how to control the board and how to get it operating just right, so you can get the most out of the $2,000 worth of equipment that you bought. And these rules will, continue on when you have, 40 or 50 speakers on each side running, and maybe 15 different monitor mixes and stuff like that. But just subscribe to our channel, like our videos, click the notification bell, and you'll be able to find out everything that you need to know on how to do this thing. I thank you for watching, and thank you.